Okay, guys, so I have not done an episode of the wrestling show in forever, and so I was like, well, it's a Friday night, got nothing to do, and so why not? So we're gonna start off with some of the bigger news out of the WWE, which I'm not very thrilled with, honestly. Um, so a few months ago, before WrestleMania, these head honchos who work on production and streaming of the WWE Network. Apparently, they're going to a different platform. So, as of May 21st, this month actually, um, and there's going to be a lot of people really not thrilled with this, including me. Um, Basically, if you have a original Fire Stick um, tablet, um, an Apple product like an Apple iPod, and basically any of the Apple TVs before like the fourth generation. Guess what? No WWE Network because they're not supporting those devices anymore, including the Roku, Amazon Fire, the Apple TV. First, second, and third generation will not be compatible with this new update. Um, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and any other game console. Um, Basically, yeah, any older game console not compatible after this update is happening on the 21st. So you'll have to own a more modern device basically to be able to stream the WWE Network pay per views and the house shows and all the older content again. Then they're upping it to $14.99 starting in August. So let me just say this as a fan. This has to be the stupidest freaking thing that you have ever done, World Wrestling Entertainment. You are alienating all of your fan base. You're making horrible business decisions, not only in competition on your television shows, but now on your national streaming service. So here's what I'm not doing. I'm not buying a new game console. I'm not buying a new TV. I'm not buying a new device just to stream the network to watch a pay-per-view. I'm not paying $14.99. I'm not buying a $200 or $300 console just to watch your content. That's freaking absurd and ridiculous. I'm not doing it. So I will not be renewing my membership ever again. I'm done with the network. I am really upset at these head honchos who randomly just decide all of a sudden after WrestleMania, hey, gee, let's screw over the fans. Let's make it so that nobody can watch the content unless you have a PlayStation 4, an Xbox One S, or basically a more modern Apple television or a Fire Stick. Volume whatever it is now, probably 8, 9, 10. Who the hell knows? Um, then we're gonna get to the in-ring product. So Vince has been interviewed several times over the last probably 2.5 months. Um, and he continuously says that he's not going to push talent like EC3. He says Luke Harper basically has no future with the company, but yet he won't release him to go to other companies that might actually use his talent. So there we go with that. Then they offer Rhino a ridiculous contract, which he actually pretty much denied it and said, "No way, I'm not gonna stay here for 5 years for diddly shit money." Um, yeah, okay. SmackDown and Raw so far from the last 2 weeks. Not terrible shows by any means, but at the same time, again, bad booking. I don't like this Lars Sullivan thing. I don't know. Lars Sullivan's already in trouble online for some of the things that he's been posting on his Instagram. The guy's a jerk. I don't really understand why McMahon is pushing this guy. I don't see anything in him that makes me think that this guy is going to be like the next Undertaker or Kane by any means. Um, and then you have people like Jeff Hardy out and who just recently had surgery. He's going to be out 8 to 9 months. So they're not going to have anything for Matt Hardy to do unless they start booking him against Lars Sullivan, I guess. I don't know. Maybe tagging him up with R-Truth like they have been in the indie and in the house shows. The only good stuff, honestly, about this is that Lacey Evans is finally getting opportunities. Some of the other talent is finally getting opportunities now that you switch brands, with different talent and stuff. But again, then McMahon comes up with this stupid rule where I don't know. There's a new rule where 4 Smackdown Superstars can show up on Raw, and then Raw Superstars can show up on SmackDown. So basically, you're just continuing the draft, even though the draft's been over with right after WrestleMania. So that makes no sense whatsoever. This was like the worst thought process in the history of WWE, as far as I'm concerned. Now, normally, like I don't, talk that bad about management and stuff in wrestling, but you guys have got to get your shit together. The shows are lacking in entertainment now. Like, it was fine before WrestleMania. Like, the shows were great. Now it's just like Raw is torture to watch. SmackDown is a little bit better. Again, but NXT is probably the best one right now to watch. But yeah, it's not good as a WWE fan right now. It is just I don't know what they're doing. But oh yeah, plus he fired another head writer. Oh yeah, let's remind the fans of that too. That he fires people all the time for random stuff. So. Anyways, that's WWE. Impact honestly has been the better show of late. Great matches. They're really pushing their women to be, high competitive, in all their matches. I really like that Rosemary is getting the push that she deserves. Taya Valkyrie, Tessa Blanchard. Yeah, the pay-per-views for Impact lately have been really good since they brought back Rob Van Dam. And now with Michael Elgin involved with the company, Brian Cage coming back from an injury, Impact is looking pretty good, honestly. They have the better show right now. And Ring of Honor, again, Ring of Honor is also doing amazing things as well. Because they're working with NWA Wrestling. Like, they crowned a new NWA Women's Champion and Allison Kay, which formerly Sienna in Impact Wrestling. And AEW is also doing a lot of good stuff too, getting ready for their major event here. Some of their women talent have been showing up in Rise and other companies, and taking on some of their female competitors. Yeah, there's just I don't know. There's just so much other stuff going on that behind the scenes. I'm looking forward to AEW. I think AEW. I want AEW to succeed because WWE right now is just total nonsense. I can't tolerate watching it anymore. And then this stuff with the network, oh god, that just really angers me and pisses me off as a fan. Like, I just don't know how you think that that's gonna better, your fan base when you're eliminating platforms for people to be able to watch the content. I just think that's a horrible, horrible idea. So Impact Plus, the streaming service recently went up and is going on right now. I was actually thinking about joining that and trying that to see what that's like. Um, and then maybe I can get involved with the Ring of Honor Club to see if I would be able to watch that maybe on my Roku or something like that. Um, but again, right now in wrestling, there's just so much chaos, people leaving for other companies. AEW has Double or Nothing coming up here in May. Should be a great event for wrestling fans. Um, and I think we all as fans deserve better with the WWE Network. Um, they kind of just threw this at us this past week with a press release. They didn't really tell anybody what was going on. All they told people was that there was going to be some type of a change. They didn't really give people an opportunity to really say, um, yes, that's a good idea. No, that's a bad idea. This is by far a horrible idea for wrestling fans because everybody who has an older device or an older TV and thinking that you're going to be able to watch your pay-per-views, now you have to buy a new TV, a new game system to be able to watch the network. I think it's a horrible decision by the WWE. I don't see any point in time in my life ever having the network ever again, because I'm not wasting the money. I'm not going to just go out and blow $400, $500 on a device to stream a network. That's totally nonsense and not needed when the service was working perfectly fine on all these platforms, and then you eliminate like 10 of them, and you make people buy, the modern game systems to be able to watch it. I think that's total bullshit, so I'm not going to do it.